my friends, this is the village. This is where the first 15 men who came down from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, they came right down here. So they had 100,000 acres that they purchased from Lord Granville, and when they came down here, they said this was a good spot of land because it wasn't in the mountains and it wasn't at near your port in Wilmington. So the first thing they found when they came down here was actually this cabin, the Hans Wagner cabins. This used to belong to someone else, but they had moved out of it, and they decided after all their walking that this would be the place that they would stay. So they celebrated, I guess, a little love feast. So some people say that was their first little Thanksgiving before Thanksgiving ever existed, or the name of it. And then come Christmas time, they did not, of course, have a huge celebration because they were the only 15 people here, but they were thankful that they were on this new settlement, and they were celebrating hope and new life to bring to this settlement. Of course, they were also busy. The reason they probably did not celebrate a lot that first Christmas here is because they were trying to chop down all the trees and to make the land and to make their living and form fires and making sure that they could form that settlement and get everything going.
So we carved it like a jack-o'-lantern. You guys ever made a jack-o'-lantern? Yeah, same process, right? You cut open the top, you scoop out all the guts, but then in that hole, that cavern, we've filled it slap full with all kinds of fruit, some butter. So forcing in the 18th century is a cooking term. It would be like if today I said minced garlic. If I say minced garlic, everyone knows what mince means. If I say force something in the 18th century, then everyone knows that means I'm going to take one food item and I'm going to put it inside of the other food item. So if I say forced meat, anyone want to guess what that is?
Turducken.
Everything's a turducken in reality. Close, it's the same principle. Forced meat's going to be sausage, right? I've taken meat and I've put it inside of something. So we're making a forced pumpkin. We've taken all kinds of fruits and vegetables, late fall ones. You can see there's some butter in there that's starting to melt, some fruits and veggies. They're going to cook down in there, and what they're going to do is they're going to flavor the flesh of the pumpkin, right? The inside part of the pumpkin. And then Stuart, you want to talk to him about our plan for the seeds and the whole
Sure thing. So when the first Moravians got here in the fall of 1753, they had to make do with whatever they brought from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. So for instance, we have a wooden bowl over there, wooden spoons and stuff. Bishop Spangenberg of the Moravian Church, he eventually agreed to send a potter down by the fall of 1755. Originally, Bethabara here was just supposed to be a smaller farming settlement until they could plan out their main city. So they had to make do with wooden bowls for the most part, but they continually asked the bishop to please send down a potter. So in the fall of 1755, Gottfried Aust got here from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and the Wagner cabin right over here, which was their first shelter, they dug a potato cellar, a potato pit in there, and later archaeologists excavated one of these skillets or spider pans here. And this would have been, of course, a copy of the originals that were made by Gottfried Aust, my interpretation of it. And they made use of a lot of ceramic cookware like this when they did have a potter down here. Maybe more disposable. These, of course, can break, as Jacob knows all too well.
I broke the first one he made.
That's
I felt
right.
terrible.
But again, easy to make a lot of these rather than import or carry cast iron or other cooking implements all the way down here. Yes.
Is that what Spider-Man uses? Spider-Pan?
I think he probably would use one if he got his hands on one.
Spider-Verse? Yeah, for sure. Someone there would.